What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Can you guys hear me? Let me know. Let me know how everyone is. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone had a good weekend. Yeah, let's get straight into it. Let's get straight into it. Yeah, first up, I want to obviously speak about this week is crazy, guys. We have the election happening in 11 hours, so that is happening. Yeah, tonight, right? I think 12 p.m. tonight, early morning tomorrow. So I do think that the next like couple days slash like this week is gonna be quite insane in terms of the market. So we obviously have to watch out to see what happens here. Obviously, it's gonna be very volatile regardless of what happens. So we're gonna trade very smartly this week. We're not really gonna do too many positions. I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'll show you my analysis for Bitcoin and a couple of altcoins. A lot of things looking quite weak, like the altcoins looking quite bearish, whereas Bitcoin's kind of still holding. So we'll go over that. We'll go over that. But you're welcome if you guys are new to the channel. Welcome to the channel, guys. Let's have a look here. Let's see. Okay, cool. Yeah, let's get it going. Okay, so let's chat about Bitcoin first. So if we jump into Bitcoin, I want to show you guys something. Obviously, we're gonna start on the weekly time frame. Let's have a look and start on the weekly. So basically, on the weekly time frame, you can see that we are still currently, we did close bullish. Like, let's be honest, we did close bullish. But we couldn't even close above this high over here. So this weekly high sitting at over here, which was 68,600. We couldn't even close above there, which is not a good thing. And if we do have a look at the heat map over here, it's looking like the majority of liquidity is sitting a little bit lower, around about 68k for the day. If we do look at the weekly time frame, we can see that it's a little bit different. We do have a liquidity sitting at around about 70,400 and then a little bit above 71,000. So on the weekly, it's looking like we could potentially come up to full like these levels. But for the daily, I do think it's possible for us to come down a little bit more for these levels at around about 68k. So if we're just looking at the heat map and going back to the chart for Bitcoin, we'll be able to see where that level is, right? So they're saying that there's quite a lot of liquidity sitting at that level, right? So 68k, which is around about here, right? So within this level over here, this is something that I'd be interested in for longs. The reason why is because we did actually just break these highs over here. So essentially, this was a high. We start to form higher lows now. So essentially, as long as we stay above this low over here, I do think that it's possible for us to get a bounce within the next couple hours or so. Yeah. So that's something I'm looking at for Bitcoin right now. I do think that it's possible for us to get a bounce from the zone over here. I will be looking to take it long at this area. And also, if you have a look at this area, this is your 4-hour resistance, slash support, right? So as you can see for Bitcoin, as long as we do stay above this point over here, I do think that it's possible for us to get a bounce from that level. So I'll see what's going to happen within today. It's going to be quite interesting. Although there's nothing really happening today, it's more just what's going to happen tonight. So this is going to be a massive day. I do want to be on the right side of it. And you can see today there's nothing else really happening. Okay, so it's kind of a slow day. So I don't think there's going to be much happening except for a bit of speculation behind what's going to happen here with Trump and Kamala. So yeah, that's something that I'm looking at for the day, guys. But we'll see what happens. So my pick for the day is going to be Bitcoin over here. So I'm looking at a potential long within this zone, because if we do look at the 15, let's have a look at lower time frames. Yeah, there's a level here. So this is going to be my long zone for Bitcoin. So I want to see a bit of a deeper retracement for BTC into this level, and then I'll be looking to long stop loss just below this wick over here. That's something I'm looking at for the short term. But yeah, it's like similar to a whole bunch of other setups. Everything's kind of bottoming out. So we'll see. But let me know what coins you guys are looking at for the day. If you guys are watching on YouTube, make sure you guys do comment. If you're watching on Twitter, you can also comment there. But yeah, what coins you guys are looking at? I am expecting Bitcoin just to come down a little bit here, and then we get a nice push, something like that. Okay. So we'll see. What else we got? Haven't really been trading. Market just ranging slowly down. Yeah, it is. That's the thing. I mean, I caught a long this weekend. It was quite good. It was a Dogecoin setup. Caught a long. Literally, we caught at the bottom. It was actually yesterday. I was trading a little bit yesterday. It was actually a good setup. It was holding this level over here, quite a nice level to hold. And yeah, overall, it was looking relatively, bottoming out. There was also a sell position that we could have taken yesterday as well. So Dogecoin kind of respecting market structure quite well yesterday. You can see right now there is a bit of a trend over here for Dogecoin. So I mean, basically, I'm expecting it's looking like the market just wants to range again. So essentially, we could be looking to short back down to the ranges, and then looking for long a little bit later on. So that's something I'm looking at. So yeah, I'll let you know what I do. But essentially, just probably just gonna play the range. So nothing really is breaking out. Nothing really is breaking down. It's more just ranging. Bearish divergence on the DXY on the 1 hour. Haven't had a chance to look at anything yet this morning, so I have to work as I have to work. Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest with you, nothing really has changed. I'll quickly run through the total 3, because basically the total 3, we're gonna have to look at this because I think a lot of people are stressing about this chart because it shows you the altcoins, like, and essentially right now, if you look at the altcoins, you can see. Let's have a look here. Let me just remove everything. That weekly close for the total 3 is not good. I'll be honest with you. This weekly close is very, very bad, and the problem is, although we are still respecting the range, like you can see for the altcoins over here, as long as price stays within this range over here, we should be fine. But I don't like how this weekly candle respected these highs and came down and closed. But it could be worse, because if we got a closure below over here, then I mean we would be coming down a lot lower, right? So as long as the altcoin dominance stays within this range over here and this range over here, we should be okay. We should be okay. I'll be honest, but like it's not a good sign to see the altcoin dominance do this, right? It's not a good sign. So I mean, if you're just looking at a ranging market, you want to be longing over here, right? And then you want to be shorting over here. So essentially, it's coming into like the long zone where we should be looking at potentially long in the market. But yeah, I'll be honest with you, it's not looking too great for the total 3. Total 3 is looking a little bit weak. I'll be honest with you. Total 3 is looking a little bit weak. What else we got? We got Pepe. I'm looking at some sells. Yeah, so this is what I was looking at just now, right? It closed below. So looking at Pepe on the lower, I think it was on the 5-minute yeah. So on the 5-minute time frame, it did actually close below. Also the 15 looking like it's closing below. I do think that it's possible for us to sell off a little bit here. It's looking like the market wants to come back down to tap into these lows. A little bit low over here. Maybe we can come back, hit this level. So I'm probably just going to be scalping today, like really, really short-term time frames, just because a lot of the market right now is just not really showing any signs of like anything, right? And I do think it's just based on the fact because of this. I do have a video that's going to come out a little bit later, and I'll describe what the selection can do for us in terms of the short term and the long term. But on within this video, I want you guys to go and watch that later. But I'm probably just going to be looking for scalp setups for the day. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. Very, very slow day. I don't think much is going to happen just because of the election. But this is the problem, guys. This is a really, really massive problem for the altcoins, right? Like I said, the altcoin markets is getting absolutely wrecked, right? But if you look at this chart over here, Bitcoin dominance is also showing quite a big move to the upside, right? The weekly candle closed really, really strong again, right? So I do think that the altcoins can dump at least another like 5% relative to like the market caps, potentially another 20% relative to the market caps as well. So it's going to be interesting. I'll be honest, it's going to be interesting. If Trump wins, Bitcoin will hit 95K. You reckon? Yeah, maybe. Let's go over Ethereum. Yeah, so same setup for Ethereum. I was looking at it today. So If you guys did see my analysis today, this morning, what I was looking at for ETH is currently it's holding this pretty much range over here. This is actually a bit of a bearish pattern, which is not good. But as long as price stays above this range over here, it should be fine. But I am looking at potential longs from this range because we normally see quite a nice bounce from these levels, guys. So this level over here acts as support, right? This upward sloping trend line has been acting as support for quite a while, right? So yeah, I do think that it's possible for us to bounce from this level, guys. I think it's possible for us to bounce from this level. If we do have a look at the lower time frame, we can see that it's still looking bearish. We can't do anything right now. So I just want to remove this quickly. In order for me to take a long here, I would have to wait for like a break. We did get a break over here, but it's not. I want to see a break of these highs over here and then like a retracement. So essentially, I want to see price break that, come back down, and then we look for those longs a little bit later on. But yeah, for now, I do think that I'm just waiting around, just waiting. So I'm basically just waiting for price to break out of the ranges there. Yeah, nothing too crazy for the day. There's just not much happening. I'll be honest with you. It's very slow, very slow. Okay, yeah. If we have any other coins, let me know what you guys are looking at. Let me know what you guys are looking at. But overall, looking for longs. I'll be honest with you. I'm looking for longs. But I do think that it's possible for us to actually come down a little bit first. Okay, so like, we'll see what happens. Can you look at SWE? Yeah, let's have a look at SWE. Let's have a look here. It might be quite a short live today, just because of nothing really printing here. If we do have a look at SWE, SWE is looking not too great. If we look at the daily, it did actually close with a nice candle to the upside, showing that a lot of liquidity has been taken from the downside already. But if you're looking at this on the daily time frame, it did actually respect this trend line, which is a retest of that level, right? Which is technically bearish, right? So honestly, looking at SWE, we did break lows. Yeah, I don't know. It's not looking great. I'll be honest with you. For me to take like a long for SWE, SWE tap back into here. Yeah, I mean we have to see a break of these highs over here. So I would have to see like a break of this high over here for SWE. It's just not looking good. We do have another resistance sitting a little bit higher as well, sitting at like 2.09. But I'll need to see a break of $2, right? If we can break $2, then cool. I'll be looking at this, but yeah, nothing really printing like how I wanted to. It's kind of a very slow week. We did, like I said earlier, we did actually catch a Dogecoin long this weekend. Yeah, we caught like quite a few nice trades this weekend. We caught a Ethereum long, and then like a Dogecoin long, hit like 92% eventually. So we exited like 0.15, entered at 0.14. So I'll show you the entry for that. It was a very simple setup. I'll quickly run it back. So it was this trade over here. I actually took it on the 5-minute time frame. So this was the trade, literally 0.1444. You can see that's exactly the same price, like pretty much 14467. Caught it over here. I took profit at around about here, up because I was sleeping, right? So I just put a TP, put my stop loss to break even, put a TP over here. Because I was expecting like if price had to tap this level, then I'll be like, okay, we could just get rejected. So I put a TP a little bit lower, just in case we got rejected from a little bit lower. Because sometimes price wants to go to like a liquidity zone, but essentially it just doesn't, because a lot of people are expecting that. And when a lot of people expect that, the probability of it happening just decreases a little bit. Okay. Took a short for Floki on Friday at 1379, closed at 13, should have hold. Yeah, should have. What's happening with Phantom, Render, SWE? We just went over SWE, Scalp, FTW today. What does that mean? I forgot FTW. So if we have a look at Phantom, yeah, let's actually run it back. Let's look at Phantom. Yeah, but like I said, guys, today is just it's kind of a day where nothing's really. I don't think anything's gonna happen. I do think that we should get a bounce because this weekend was relatively bearish, and the Bitcoin CME gap is at like 69,500. I guess we did fill it. Yeah, my bad. We've already filled the gap. But yeah, for Bitcoin, looking at that long, sitting at like 68,200. Okay. If we have a look at FTM quickly, let's have a look at FTM. Let's have a look. All right. If we have a look at Phantom, if you guys remember, we were looking for that short a while ago, and it actually played out beautifully. It didn't actually end up taking it, but that setup we were looking at for Phantom was a short at these highs over here at 0.8. Literally missed our limit order by like not even half a percent, 0.2%. But honestly, Phantom, I do think that we can come lower. It's looking like we're probably going to come back down to revisit this level over here. But if you're looking at the chart right now, we are currently at the value area low, right? So as long as price stays above the value area low, I do think it's possible for us to get a bounce from this level. This could be an area to long Phantom. But what I want to do is, because we did chart this a while ago, we want to extend this a little bit here to see where it's the exact same level. All right, so if you look at Phantom, the value area low is sitting literally where we are right now, right? So it's a make or break for Phantom right now. We have to obviously hold this level in order for continuation. But as long as we do stay above this level, I do think it's possible for us to pump from this level. But for me to take it long, because we have been forming lower lows and lower highs. So essentially, you can see, guys, price is pretty much in this massive downtrend. So in order for us to start actually looking for longs, what needs to happen is price needs to obviously break highs, right? So what I want to see happen is something like this, where we can potentially look for a break of a high, come back down, fill this gap over here, and then look for price to come up a little bit higher, right? So that's something I'm looking at for Phantom. Okay, so I do think it's possible. I do think that's possible. So yeah, Phantom's looking good for potential longs there, but we would have to wait for a break of structure. Like we have to break this previous high, right? It's bearish right now. There's nothing bullish about Phantom right now. It's clearly in a downtrend. So yeah, I think the whole market's just looking a little bit weak. I'll be honest with you. Looking a little bit weak. But if you look at the NASDAQ, right, let's have a look at the US 100, because it's important to look at this as well. Honestly, looking good. I like how, if you look at the NASDAQ, if you look at it over here, we can see that obviously if we look at the higher time frames, you can see even on the 1 hour, we've been respecting this trend line over here. Although we had that massive dump, we ran it back to like the lower time frames. We did actually break structure throughout last week on Friday. I remember because I took a trade over here, and then it came back down. And then I was looking for a retest over here, but right now it's looking like we might even tap into this fair value gap over here. But the problem is we're starting to make these lower highs right now for US 100. So why I look at this is it correlates quite well to Bitcoin. So normally when we do see a retracement, which is what we're seeing right now, Bitcoin normally does retrace. So I do think that the US 100 can potentially see a push back up to these highs today, which will give crypto a little bit of a bit of a pump. So it could be very interesting. So that's something I'm looking at. Then for gold, if you guys are new, so gold as well, basically, I did actually take a setup this morning for gold at this level. I took a long and took profit over here, but it's looking like we're coming down. So most of the commodities and indices are retracing, which is why Bitcoin is tending to also come down a little bit. So that is why I do have a long order sitting over here, because I'm expecting Bitcoin to actually come down a little bit more before we see that pump, maybe going into the New York session. Okay, so it's going to be quite interesting to see what happens. Right now, it's a little bit of, we can't really do much because we don't really have any structural change. Everything's kind of just sitting where it is. All right, so that is the game plan. So the game plan for the day is kind of just to sit on our hands, guys. I'll be honest with you. It's a Monday. We normally catch quite nice moves on the Monday, but if you're just looking at the chart being realistic, it's just nothing really is playing out. We do have a head and shoulders pattern over here for AVAX. This is something interesting on the 5 minutes. Let's have a look at this. So we did break, we did break through here, which is something to look at. We do have the right shoulder, the left shoulder over here. We have the head over here, and then we have the right shoulder over here. So this is the bearish pattern. Normally what we see in this bearish pattern, we normally see a bit of a dump, right? We have a bit of a level sitting at this level right over here. So we're going to draw this in. We're going to potentially take some sells over here for AVAX. This is something to look at just for a short-term play, because overall quite bearish for AVAX. We couldn't even break these highs over here. Is it possible for us to come down? It is definitely possible. So I'm looking to short AVAX back down to this level here for 1% gain. Stop loss at 0.5%. This is something to look at. So this is a trade that I'm looking at right now. On the 5 minute though, nothing too crazy. So it's gonna be a very, very short-term time frame trade. I'll let you know if I jump into this one. Set up about the election, Mario. Honestly, not too sure about the election. Not too sure about the election. I've never experienced an election with crypto in terms of what to do. So like, I honestly don't know. I'm not gonna. I probably won't even trade it. I'll be honest with you. I won't even trade it because the thing is, it's just not something that I'm used to. It's not something I'm used to. So yeah. But this is something I'm looking at for AVAX right now. I'll let you know if I jump in here. Hey, gorgeous, when you come to mind. Okay, I'm going to delete that comment, brother. Sorry, wait. Let me just delete this. It's a bit strange. All right. So this is AVAX. I mean, let's see if we can take this, guys. Let's have a look at the 15. If we can close below here, looking like a beautiful head and shoulders pattern. I'll be completely honest with you. This thing looks really, really clean. Everything kind of pointing to the direction to the downside. So honestly, guys, this is something to look at. AVAX looking like it wants to dump. Can even just put our stops just above this high over here. Looking at a 1.4% move. I'll let you know when I jump into this. Yeah, I don't know what that comment was about. This is a bit strange, yeah? A little bit strange. I'll be honest with you. I don't know what's happening there. A little bit strange. Render, I'll have a look at Render now. I just want to take the setup and then we can have a look at Render. AVAX does look interesting. Yeah, it does. I just kind of want to play the range. I'll probably look for buys over here as well. I'll be honest with you, because we did actually break. So basically, what tends to happen in the market is we have highs, right? So I'm just going to show you guys something, a bit of technical analysis training. So we have highs over here. We have a high over here. So essentially, what tends to happen is when price breaks these highs, we tend to leave like gaps in the market, right? Okay, I'm gonna jump into this trade just before. And then I'll go over it. I'm gonna jump into the setup for AVAX. AVAX shorts, guys. I'm gonna jump in. Okay, I'm gonna jump into this trade, guys, for AVAX, going for like a 15x leverage. Yeah. So this is the setup for the stream. Yeah, we'll see if it plays out. Okay. Should we short AVAX? Yes. When you see a pattern, whether it's bullish or bearish, can you tell us the name for us to learn? Yeah, of course. So this is a head and shoulders pattern. Essentially, it happens both sides. So we have, this is a left head. This is the left shoulder. This is the head, and this is the right shoulder. So these types of patterns happen on multiple time frames. It's not just the 5 minutes, but the reason why I'm taking this is because, like I was saying, guys, we're currently in this downtrend, creating these lower highs, and then what actually happened? We broke this high over here. We broke this high over here, and we even broke this high. So what tends to happen is price comes back down to fill the gaps, and then we normally see a push from these levels. So overall, AVAX, I'm not expecting a massive dump for AVAX. I'm just expecting a dump to this level over here, and then I'm going to be looking to obviously long that zone a little bit later on, right? So that's the same thing with Bitcoin, right? Same thing with Bitcoin is we're looking at for Bitcoin to obviously come down as well, right? So our game plan for Bitcoin is to see if Bitcoin can come back down to come back and retest these lows over here, right? So not really bearish on the day. I'm just bearish on like the lower time frames until we get that push, right? So yeah, hope that makes sense. Like same thing with Bitcoin, right? If we have a look at Bitcoin, a bit of equal highs here, but I do think that it's possible for Bitcoin to actually come back down, tap into this level. Although we did fall a little bit of this level, we might even have a little bit of a deeper retracement for BTC at these zones. Okay. Oh wait, I'm not showing you the right chart. This is what I was talking for Bitcoin. So same thing with Bitcoin. So what I was saying is that let's show you guys this chart. So basically what I want to see happen for BTC is I want to see price come back down for this level over here, because this is where we broke structure. Although we're still not even breaking these highs over here, I do think that this is the start of like a new trend, bit of a higher low. Yeah, so it's possible. It is possible for us to come down. Right, so that is the plan for the day. It's nothing too crazy. Just looking for shorts until we get those longs a little bit later on. Okay, so we're short on AVAX, guys. We're short on AVAX. Bitcoin, we're not short on Bitcoin. The reason why we're not short on Bitcoin is because it's not really at a level to short, right? AVAX did actually break support, whereas Bitcoin is not really. It's kind of been like at resistance slash. It's nowhere really. There is a bit of resistance slash support over here, but I do think that's possible for it to come down at least to tap these lows. So that's something I'm looking at. Yeah. So this is the trade for AVAX. We'll see if this can play out. It's a very, very short-term trade. Okay. I'll post the setup just so people can take it. Yeah, guys. So like the TP is literally like at these lows at 23.03. Stop loss is at 23.48. We're keeping it really, really tight with its 15x leverage. Nothing too crazy. So stop loss at 23.48. Take profit is at 23 points. I mean, let's yeah. I mean, I would say 23.05. 23.05. Yeah. Leverage is I did a 10 to 15x. It's up to you guys. It's a little bit. I mean, we did get a good entry, so hopefully you guys got a good entry like me. The problem if I stream live, it's way better for you guys to actually get involved in setups like how I get into them. But if I send the setups a little bit later, it's a little bit tricky. So it's better for you guys to obviously come to the live streams. Yeah, so TP at 23.03, stop loss at 23.48 exactly. Yeah, I'll run it back. Let me just put it in quickly again, just so you guys can have it. It's a very short-term trade, guys. This is nothing you want to hold for the whole day, because essentially I'm actually looking for buys over here as well, right? So I'm actually looking for buys over here, something like this, right? This is something I'm looking at. So I'll probably look for a buy a little bit later for AVAX. So this is the very, very short-term trade. It's just a head and shoulders pattern. The target of this pattern is literally just from the head of the shoulder to the support line. And essentially we do have a target of actually a little bit lower, but nothing too crazy. Let's see if this plays out. Okay. Floki Shib buy zone. I'll run it back. I'll go through it just now. Let me just put my stop loss in here. And look, the bank having a problem. Yeah. Yeah, good setup. I'll be honest with you. It's a very clean setup. Not too much went into it. It's just keeping those stop losses tight just above that wick over there. Because if this breaks above this high, it can definitely flip, and then it's bearish, right? It's very bullish. So this is the exact thing that I'm looking at for Bitcoin. Same thing as AVAX, right? Essentially, we're waiting for price to come down to fill these levels that haven't been filled from the weekend. So we're gonna wait for that. Okay, I got you, brother. Typed it up for you. Shot. Appreciate it. Yeah, so I'm looking for Bitcoin longs as well a little bit later. AVAX looks clean though. Nice reaction from our level. Beautiful reaction. I just want to have a look at gold quickly. Just give me 1 second. The gold is pumping from that level. It's weird. I was expecting. Yeah, I guess so. In a retest of that high. Okay. And then US 100 as well. Let's have a look down. Yeah, coming straight to the zone. Okay, so just if you guys did just join now, we just in the AVAX shorts, nothing else. Although there could be another setup. Not really. I think this week we're just going to take it easy, guys. Not going to trade too much. I just don't think, especially with this coming out, it's just going to be a little bit too risky to trade a lot. So just going to take the setups that are presenting itself at the time. Okay. Yeah, so let's see. Let's see if this can dump. Let's see if this can dump. Let's see. On which broker are you using gold? I actually have I have a funding account on gold. It's called Funded Next. I've had it for a couple years. That's where I trade gold. Fund and X, it's good. Their payouts look really good. If you guys want to trade gold, I might change this into like a gold slash crypto slash everything kind of stream, because I trade pretty much everything, I'll be honest with you. So I do think, I mean, if you guys want to do that, I know a lot of you guys only trade crypto, which is, I mean, it's fine. I can just keep it crypto, but I do trade gold as well. Gold is sexy. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Gold, I mean, gold's crazy. I think tomorrow for gold is gonna be crazy. But have a look at US 100. Yeah, I mean, just tapped into that level. That's interesting. Should see a bounce from there. This is the level for gold for today. 2735. If we can hold this level, I do think that we can move a little bit higher. Yeah, but nothing too crazy. AVAX just needs to dump a little bit. See what's happening. Yeah, so for AVAX, this is probably the most key level we have for AVAX over here, sitting at this level. Just expecting like a bit of a flush back down to this zone, just to reset, and then we look for those longs. I don't think yes, please, we're asking you to do gold as well. Yeah, okay. I mean, I can, if you guys want that. Yeah, I mean, it's gold. My gold strategy is the same as like crypto. It's pretty much exactly the same thing. It's just looking for market structure breaks and stuff like that. Like last week for gold, we had that massive break of this upward trend over here. And then what actually happened, we just retested that previous high, right? Retested that previous high and then had a massive dump. That's actually where I shorted. Another short you could have looked at is for confirmation, you could have looked for a break of this trend over here. But yeah, it's gold. Gold is also quite, I mean, it's quite simple to trade. Obviously, you know, nothing's simple, but I'm saying like the market structure is really nice. You can see how it respects these levels for ranging trading as well. So like if you want to trade ranges, you could literally just look for sells over here, buys over here. Yeah, it's very, very, I like doing both just for a bit of a diversification. Yeah, but yeah, we can. I'll start looking at gold, but right now I'm not in the setup for gold. Just for AVAX right now. So AVAX looks good. I'll be honest with you, AVAX does look good. Yeah, we just need Bitcoin to dump a little bit more. This is exactly what we want. We want Bitcoin to fill this range here. That would be amazing. If we can just fill that range, that would be good. So we'll see. It's gonna be interesting. Okay, so AVAX is dumping a little bit here. Okay, I like this. So we just had the 5-minute close, right? So the 5-minute candle did close below this previous wick over here, which is a good sign. Closing below this previous wick might give us a little bit of volume to the downside. Where do I go break even? That is a good question. I just asked myself that. Just so these are the things that you need to ask yourself, guys. Where would you go break even on this trade? So I would probably look at going break even at around about this level here. Let's define this a little bit lower, because essentially this is you have a bit of support over here, a bit of resistance over there. I think that we're most probably going to break that level, but that is something where I'll go break even. That is where I'll go break even. I wouldn't go break even now because we haven't really had any bit of a move, although we are up. Although we are up quite a bit. What are we up? We're up around about 7. I'm up 7%. Sorry, yeah, 6.5. Oh, now 7% on a 15x leverage. I mean, it's a good setup. W's for the setup, for Monday setup. W's there. Very, very nice setup for AVAX. Okay, so as we hit this level, I'm just gonna go break even, guys. As we hit this level, I will just go break even. Like I said, we're gonna take it really chilled. We're not gonna trade too much this week. I just think about it, guys. If we do trade a lot this week, then it's just gonna be a lot of chop. So we just want to take those guarantee setups. And today, I do think that we can get presented those setups when we don't have any news until tomorrow, right? So the no news now. Tomorrow, bang. This is when things get all day, elections the whole day. So yeah, tomorrow is when we start to kind of just take a little break. I think I don't think I will be. I mean, obviously, guys, like we can definitely trade. I'll go live tomorrow and everything. Like we can look for setups. But it's just you just have to just keep it very tight. So I'm just saying, just be careful tomorrow, right? Because I know a lot of you guys, if I I took a short for AVAX here, a lot of you guys will put like 50x, when I'm telling you to do 10x or 15x. So that is something I'm just saying tomorrow. If you guys decide to do something like that, when I take a trade, just be careful of your leverage and all of that. Okay. When are the elections results normally announced? It goes on like the whole day. I'll get the exact. Let me get the exact time for you, just so you have it. So we did hit our level here for AVAX. We did hit our level here for AVAX, which is our break even level. So at this point, guys, I'm probably just gonna go break even here. I'm just gonna go break even here. So it's just a risk-free trade now. Nothing to worry about for AVAX. So did go break even for AVAX at that point. Okay. If you guys want to hold for longer or whatever, it's okay. We do have a TP set at 23.03, but I am break even at this point. Okay. I just don't. This could just be the flush, and that's about it. Because if we have a look at Bitcoin wants to hold this level. Let's have a look here. Nah, it looks okay. I mean, we should see a dump here. But yeah, it's up to you if you want to go breaking. I decided to go break even at that point, just so it's a risk-free trade. And if this starts to reverse the upside, we can also look for long, because this is just a fake out, right? Because overall for AVAX, we did have a head and shoulders, which is a bearish pattern, but we did actually start breaking structure, which is showing us that potentially this could be the start of a new uptrend, right? So how we can define this uptrend is we can even just look. Okay, yeah. So to define this uptrend is basically just looking at the market structure. And essentially right now, we have this high, we have a high over here, another high. We did actually break this high over here, but this is just another form of a lower high in respect to this high over here, because we did break these highs to the left over here, which is showing us that we could potentially see a move up, right? But this only happened if we actually do get a push to these levels over here. And that is something that is why we did take the trade. We're anticipating price to actually come back down to fill these levels until we get price go back up, right? But yeah, it's just a very short-term trade. So we'll see. Let me check the time for the election. Here we go. It's weird, like it kind of, here we go. Stations closed between 7 and 11 p.m. Eastern time on the 5th of November. Yeah, so 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. That is when the polling stations close. According to all the results voting 7 p.m. Eastern. I'm actually not too sure. A lot of states have different closing times. Like Georgia has closing time of 8 p.m. North Carolina has a closing time of PM. So all the states have like different closing times for their nations. So yeah, so this is something that we're looking at. Yeah. For some reason, yeah. Yo, what's happening? It's so loud. Sorry, guys. I don't know what's happening. I can't even. It's like lagged out. It's lagged. There we go. I think it's back. It's a little bit laggy though. Yeah. So like I said, game plan. Just looking at trades that just looking for down to the low support zones depending on how you want to stay. So essentially just 23.03 or 0.5 depending if you want to take. It could be the game plan. But yeah, I'm break even on this trade just in case. We'll see. But yeah, I'm expecting a bit of a dump. We'll see. There we go. We're back. Okay, I don't know what happened there. Okay, it looks good though, guys. Looks good. If you're on this trade, it looks really nice. The 15 looks good. The 30-minute also closed relatively nice below that wick. The 1 hour looks decent. Looks just like a retest. But I'm expecting price to come down a little bit deeper, right? We want to see a deeper retracement, right? And that is when we're going to go long. Same thing with Bitcoin, right? Let's talk about Bitcoin quickly as well, because we're looking for the exact same thing, right? Although we didn't take a short for Bitcoin, we're looking for the exact same setup. So let's look at Bitcoin quickly. So basically for Bitcoin, closed beautifully below that level, looking like we're going to see a nice little flush back down to these lows, grab some liquidity, look for the long on that retest of that trend line, right? Because this is that upward sloping trend line on the 4 hour time frame. Although this can definitely break, not saying that it can't break, but it's something that I'll be looking at for a long, right? Because we did actually break the structural support resistance, sorry, to the upside, which does mean that there's a possibility for us to actually come back down, retest some local levels that we've obviously tested before. Yeah, so looking at a long for Bitcoin at that level. AVAX still looking very decent. Yeah, if you guys are on this trade, we are at break even now. So there's no reason to worry about the setup. If you guys want to take some profits or something like that, you can definitely look at that. I mean, we're in the green. So what's break even? Break even it means at entry price. So essentially, my stop loss now, I've moved my stop loss from above here to entry price, right? Because now it's a risk-free trade. So I now don't have to worry if it hits stop loss, stop loss. I close the trade with not making profit or not making a loss. So it just mitigates the risk of hitting stop loss, right? So now, because we at break even, I don't have to be like, oh, okay, this trade can reverse and hit my stop loss. No, not at all. I can just be like, okay, price is most likely, if I get stopped out here, I haven't lost anything, but I haven't gained anything. But it's a good setup kind of thing. Okay, so if that makes sense. Looks good though. Looks good. I'm probably going to take out a little bit. Yeah, we're hitting our take profit one. We added 8%. I'm only at like 8.5% now from a 15x. So it's nothing crazy. I mean, we could have maybe doubled down on the leverage. I'll be honest with you, because our stop loss was quite small, which would mean we would be on like 16%. But I'm just going to close out a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to close out a little bit. Yeah. Just because we are getting a bit of supported from that resistance over there. Okay, so I did close out a little bit around about this level here. So I closed out 30% here. Just because of the market right now, Bitcoin kind of wants to hold that level. We're not really seeing that much volume getting pushed through here. Although this can definitely come down, it's possible. I just don't think right now we're going to see it. Maybe we're just going to see a bounce. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, it was a good trade. It was a good setup. The follow through could still play out. So we still at break even. We took a little bit of profits just in case. All right. So that was a trade. Hit TP1. So all good there. Ethereum. Let's have a look back at Ethereum. Kind of dumped, right? Yeah. So Ethereum, same setup. Okay, I like this. Same thing with Ethereum. So Ethereum's coming back down to the zone over here. Okay. So look at ETH right now. We do have levels here. So we did fill that level there. We do have some levels a little bit lower. But I'll be honest with you. I wouldn't be surprised if ETH can come back and fill like this level here. A little bit lower here, a bit of like a double bottom potentially could be formed over there. So I'll be looking at that for ETH. I'll be definitely looking at that for Ethereum as well. Because like if you think about Ethereum right now on the 4-hour time frame, I mean it's kind of at a make or break. If price can break through this trend, Ethereum is going to come a lot lower, right? But the probability of that happening, I just don't really see it. I would expect price to actually bounce, just because of where we are currently with Ethereum right now, and also relative to Ethereum to Bitcoin, it's kind of easy to tell which one's stronger. And obviously Bitcoin is way stronger right now compared to Ethereum, and way stronger compared to actually all the altcoins, right? So we spoke about that in the beginning, and I honestly think that the market needs to turn around eventually. Altcoin season is around the corner, so just I do think that longing these levels could be the player. Like most coins, like look at Dogecoin right now, for example. So Dogecoin did actually break down. Okay, this is interesting. So we did have a breakdown for Dogecoin here, making lower lows, lower highs. I'll be honest with you, this looks clean. This does look clean for some sells. Some stop loss just above the wick there. Take profit at these lows. Looks juicy. I'll be honest with you. A nice 5-minute close here. We have this level over here that needs to get revisited. With Bitcoin behind me actually coming down a little bit, Dogecoin looks like it could actually fall off the map. I'm looking at this for a sell. Actually, Dogecoin sells, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna take this for Dogecoin. Dogecoin sells. Maybe we're just gonna see a bit of a little bit of a dump. Okay, so I just took it right now. Dogecoin sells, stop loss just above the high over here at 0.15170. Very, very similar setup to the AVAX setup. We had that 15 closure just below that wick. The 1-hour closure as well as not yet. The 5 looks good. We should be retesting that level. We'll see. And then same thing, that Bitcoin looks like it's holding. I'm not going to do anything for Bitcoin. Okay, but I think I'm gonna head off now. I'm gonna get some lunch. I will be posting some more setups today. Hopefully, we can get a bit more trades in the group, bit more W's. But let's see. We'll see what happens. I do appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.